Okay, welcome back. This is going to be part two. Just to kind of recap where we left off, was discussing my reflections on further investigation that I think would help give more insight, clarify the case study. And that is, why does the building administrator principal have such a negative disposition towards parental and community involvement? And we discussed the first 2 points here. Was the principal potentially sabotaging the response by only sending the flyers home with students, knowing that not that many would make it to parents? Was he trying to make Mrs. Rose believe that his assessment of the pulse was correct? Was his desire to cancel the meeting based on the poor turnout a way to keep Mrs. Rose from engaging with parents? Perhaps. Is the principal threatened by Mrs. Rose and her initiative and assertiveness for fear that she may outshine him? Does the principal have a bad reputation for some reason, and that is why he shuns the community from school involvement? Not sure, but those are interesting questions. Also, what is the faculty's opinion towards parental involvement? We know the principal and we know Mrs. Rose. But what does the faculty? Do they value and encourage parental involvement in their own way? Has the faculty received any staff development related to community relations? Those are good questions to ask. Another area I was interested in, if there were parent organizations in the past, where did they go? Why are they no longer active? Was it a lack of school administrative support? Did the leadership team place priority elsewhere? 8 parents did show up with limited advertisements, so apparently there is some interest. Addressing Interstate School Leaders Licensure Consortium Standard Number 4, Part 1, Collaboration with Families and Community Members. I copy and pasted my Step 2 and 3 from my action plan. Step 2 was to solicit input from the faculty and staff on encouraging parent involvement, and Step 3, assess the current school community environment as it relates to parental involvement. And this is through the parent and community survey, putting that information together with the following plans for implementation in shortened form. And again, these are from previous slides, but the school faculty and staff will be surveyed. So will the parents and pertinent community stakeholders. There will be a committee that will be created with representation from parents, community, and school employees. And this is this is a heterogeneous group of different people, whether they're employees, whether they're parents, etc. And they will be charged with drafting policies for the creation of a parent organization, and ultimately be responsible for the guidelines, setting up that organization, so on and so forth. So it kind of shows a multifaceted approach to getting input from different people inside the school, from the parents, outside school, community members, and so on. And I think it speaks to the importance of gathering the community, including all parties. Continued Part 1. This is from Step 4 of my action plan, was to include plans for prompt implementation and increased methods of communication. Letters home to parents just doesn't speak a lot of effort in my opinion. So I think we can do better than that. And I had these following plans for implementation, again already previously discussed, but just to recap. Creating a school website and requiring teachers to keep a current web page with assignments and news. Establish additional forms of communication through social media, keep phone lists, email lists, etc. Research the need to create forms of communication in other languages, and continue to utilize traditional methods of communication for families without computers or internet connection. Part 2. Responding to diverse community needs and interests. In order to respond to diverse community needs, one must first get to know the community. This can be accomplished through opinion surveys. Make sure including all demographics. It may be necessary to provide communication in different languages and in a variety of ways to avoid excluding families without computers, internet connections, or those who are disabled. Provide continued support. The committee is also responsible for providing relevant staff development to illustrate the importance of community involvement. Establish policies to accommodate for future growth and change to the school community that will support longevity of the program as outlined in the implementation plan. Part 3, mobilizing community resources. First here on the list is forming school partnerships. And the committee's charge to assess the community pulse is the need to identify potential partnerships that can be formed with local businesses, civic organizations, churches, etc., adding to the school community foundation. Next would be fundraising and utilization of public resources. The newly formed parent organization can make recommendations on raising funds and utilizing public resources to improve the school environment and ultimately support the achievement of all students. A school that is a good steward of its own community. The newly formed parent organization seeks ways the school can give back to the local community, and I listed some examples: a food drive, adopt a highway, recycling campaign, etc. And those are my references that I used, other than beyond the case study documents. I included the Interstate School Leaders Licensure Consortium standards, as well as 2 other journal articles. Thank you for staying tuned to my part 2. I enjoyed doing the case study. There was a lot in just a page and a half there, so I hope you enjoyed it. Looking forward to feedback. Thank you.